Well, hello there. This is a thing I don't generally do. I haven't done for a while. A live video of sorts. I wanted to talk a bit as I move my microphone around because it's like right in front of me. I wanted to talk about stuff just a little bit. Mainly channel stuff. So I've kind of been absent a little bit for the last week. That was kind of because I finished up Luigi game, and it really took a lot of out of me. And there's other Mario games I'm like looking at, and it's like the really long ones. Like I don't mind doing really long games, but the ones that drag on and just towards the end are just not fun. They're just not fun at towards the end of the game. And so I need to take a break. I need to step back, and that's fine, whatever. One thing I do want to say moving forward, I'm getting like vary stuff up a bit, have more variety to what I put out. And that's mainly for my sanity. Is Mario's fun. It is, but I like playing other games. The only problem is I don't find, like, personally, I don't find myself super entertaining, but I know other people find me entertaining, and I like doing this to, like, entertain other people. So what I'm going to do, I keep looking at my other monitor because that's where the recording, I should just move this. There. Now I'll look straight ahead at all times. So I won't look straight ahead. I have such a hard time doing that. One thing I'm going to do is I really want to like work on making videos that I would watch. Like the stuff that I would watch, I would see and be like, "Hey, you know what? That's good quality content right there." So that's something moving forward I'm going to try and do. I'm still going to play Mario because a lot of people that's what they want. Is they want Marios. I've looked at my numbers and stuff, and that's what gets the most views is the Mario stuff. However, the stuff that's like super long series, and this isn't just me, this is like everyone out there. The people that do like really long series, like the retention goes and then drops off after like 5 or 6 episodes. It just goes and drops off. And so because of that, I kind of want to back away from doing like really long series, maybe not Mario stuff, but like of games in general. And so it'll be like more like one-off things, or like a game I could come back to like for multiple episodes, but they wouldn't be a continuous thing. They wouldn't be like joined together. And if you like miss part 1, you'd want to watch part 1 before part 2, or like you just skip that series because like it's on part 5 now. I haven't watched the first ones, so it's like you skip ahead. Like I don't really want to do that. I want like those one-off videos that are like more of things I would like to watch. However, I think I'll edit those down a lot more than I edit the Mario stuff down, because Mario, I kind of cut the beginning off before I like start talking, and then cut the end off after I stop talking. And I do that. Okay. I was looking at Discord. I'm like, what does that symbol on Discord means? It means it's streamer mode. And I freaked out for a second because I was like, oh, shucks. That's weird. You know what? I'm just gonna close Discord because it is kind of freaking me out, because I'm really hoping I'm not like putting this on Discord right now, because I'm not streaming it, I'm recording, but it's with OBS, so that's why the streamer mode thing popped up. But it like freaked me out for a second. So yeah, so there's that. I want to make like more stuff that I would like to watch, or like I would watch, more edited down to what it is. So it's like, longer playtime, but like shorter, more compressed video. I'm just really, really bad at doing that. Like, I look at the thing, I'm like, I don't know where to cut it. So it's going to be a learning process in doing that. It's going to be a learning curve, like cutting to the action, cutting out intermediate things, and only cutting to the action, like interesting parts. So that's something. The other thing I'm going to do kind of moving forward is, for the longest time, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to record. If I swear or whatever while recording, it's like, whatever. And then over time, I got down to like, you know what? I'm going to try not to, because I know a lot of people at the time were younger that watched my stuff. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to like be cussing and being that guy. But now, if you look at my audience level, most of it is in like the 18 plus range, which makes sense because it's the people that have been watching for a long time, grown up with it. I've been doing this for like, it's going to be 12 years in April. 12 years in April. So it's been quite a long time. So I'm not going to like filter myself anymore, but that doesn't mean I won't edit it out. So I will edit it out, but that doesn't mean I'll filter myself while recording stuff anymore. So I'll figure that out as I go. Maybe I won't cut it. Maybe I'll edit it out. It all depends. And this change isn't like anything to do with the COPA stuff coming out, because I'm sure everyone has seen the COPA stuff. I'm sure everyone knows a bit about it. The problem is there's a lot, like a whole ton of misinformation and bad information on YouTube and the internet and everywhere for it. So, like, this has nothing to do with that. This isn't me like, oh, I'm fearful my stuff is going to get taken down. It's not like anything like that. I'm honestly, personally, I am not super worried about COPA. I think COPA is made by a bunch of old politicians, or being backed by a lot of old politicians that don't understand the internet. COPA itself was made in like 1990, right when the internet was kind of being formed and becoming a thing. It's 20 years later or so. The big problem, the internet is not what it was back then. But the big issue with YouTube is YouTube dug themselves a hole with this. And what I mean by that is it wouldn't have been such a big thing as it is, but YouTube themselves, as a company, had representatives talking on interviews and at events and all over the place online, and would say YouTube is the biggest platform for kids between the ages of 2 to 9 or 2 to 11 or 3 to 10, those age groups. And the problem is COPA really affects everyone under the age of 13. So even though YouTube itself has a big disclaimer and it has terms of use, and you go on and you make an account and says, hey, I'm over 13 and you're not, YouTube assumes you're over 13 because you made an account and they let it through. The problem is YouTube finds out about these and they don't do anything. And then they turn around and talk about their numbers being so big. And the biggest issue is it's not that they talk about these numbers. They talk about these numbers based on primary YouTube. Not YouTube Gaming, not YouTube Kids, not YouTube TV, just primary YouTube, youtube.com. And because of that, that's where they dug themselves a hole, because that's the items the governments, politicians, whatever, are looking at. It's what the FTC is looking at themselves and saying, hey, YouTube, you have this app called YouTube Kids, and that's all good. You don't put ads on there. Well, I mean, it has ads, but you don't put curated ads on there. It's a kids platform. You say, hey, toy making companies, cartoon companies, whatever, Disney, this is a fine place to market towards kids. But where you get in trouble is YouTube Prime. YouTube Prime, you're still looking at the data and you're looking at these accounts and saying, hey, this person agreed that they're over 13, yet they watch, I don't know, Paw Patrol. Watch Paw Patrol. You know what? They watch Ryan's Toy Review. They watch unboxing videos. They watch, Baby Shark constantly, 20 times a day. And you let ad companies use that data and curate ads to those accounts, and you know that they're not 13. That's the problem. That's where it runs into. That's the big issue with COPPA. And if you look at COPPA itself, it is very vague. It is very open to interpretation. It is very scary. It is. But the reason, personally, I am not worried about it is COPPA, the FTC, is not primarily going after everything that could potentially be considered children's entertainment. So they're not 100% looking at video games. They're not 100% looking at, hey, Mario is a recognized character of Nintendo that kids like. They're not looking at that directly. What they're doing, and what this rule is for the channels that are really making content for kids to watch that, like, they know it's for kids, yet are trying to get around it by playing it off for older groups. So these are the people that, like ElsaGate, if people know that. The people that dressed up like Elsa, like Spider-Man, and did these skit shows, as weird and disturbing as some of them were, they were really marketed towards kids. And what COPPA is trying to do is take those channels that are marketing towards kids, that say, oh no, this is not for kids, and continue to market towards kids. That's what COPPA is going after. So, as vague as it is, as wide open as it is, scary as it is, they're not going after everyday channels. They're really only focusing on the Ryan's Toy Reviews, the Pink Fongs, the ElsaGates, all those type of things. Because they recognize that not everything is a set audience. It's like collectors, like toy collectors. Yes, you may be collecting toys. You may be unboxing toys. But if you're talking about the toys in itself, talking about market value of the toys, talking about like certain aspects of it, like, oh, this one's really good because the rubber band inside of it isn't broken, so it still snaps correctly. They're not going to be going after that type of channel because it's like, hey, that channel is not aimed for kids. I'm just honestly going on about a rant about Copa at this point, which was not the intent of this video. This video was just saying, hey, things are changing in the future. Not in a bad way. Not less content, more content, and probably more work on my end because now I have to like really, really go through stuff and watch it, or try and make a note if I swear somewhere and be like, oh, it's around this time mark. Go look at that and edit it out. Or I just won't. Because I feel the audience that I have should be able to handle a few swears. But again, like, that's just me. So I've been meaning to make this video saying, hey, I'm going to be making new stuff. It's going to be more varied. I'm going to have kind of more different content type of things that I would like to watch. Maybe experiment with some stuff. Maybe do some other things. But for now, I think that's pretty much it. Except for my rant about Copa. Because honestly, Copa is a big can of worms in itself. It is awful. It's made by old politicians that don't understand the internet. But the changes that are happening are not primarily YouTube's fault. They're being forced into it. But YouTube did not help themselves because they dug themselves a hole by how they talked about the primary audience of YouTube. So, that being said, there's not really a whole lot left to be said. This is it. I'm wearing a hoodie because it's cold. Also have headphones on, so it looks really really gigantic, but it's headphones because I can hear myself that way. Hear myself better in the microphone, so I know what I sound like. But yeah, so that being said, there's nothing. There's nothing else. Hopefully, I'll probably have this up for you guys. It'd be today. For me, it'd be tomorrow. And I'll have something special for Monday. Because Monday is special. Anyone knows why. Good job. You know why. But yeah, something special for Monday. For now though, it's just gonna end here.